welcome back to Trash Talk with Allie Hall with Franklin County Solid Waste. Today we have a very special guest with us to talk about lithium battery safety in our homes. Welcome today's guest, Chief Brian Brewer with Franklin County Fire Department. Thanks for coming on. First question I want to ask you, and this is a question that a lot of residents have been asking me, is first of all, what are lithium batteries? So what should we look out for?
So lithium batteries are really common. They're in a lot of the devices that you may not realize. Your cell phone carries a lithium battery inside of it.
Okay.
All the electric scooters, the electric bikes that you're seeing, they're becoming more popular. The electric vehicles that are on the road now. So all those are all lithium based because of their ability to store large quantities of energy in those small battery packs, and then their features of being able to be rechargeable.
Gotcha. I'm seeing a lot of EVs nowadays. Is it anything that's rechargeable, basically? So I'm thinking, what about my iPad? Is that a lithium battery as well?
So most of those do have lithium batteries. You do have some devices that can use batteries that are not lithium, that are other rechargeable types, but lithium is becoming the most popular source of rechargeable battery that we're seeing in the market today.
Okay, and I'm hearing a lot of concerns from residents in Franklin County about the safety of lithium batteries in our home. So what should we look out for in terms of which items are less safe than others? What are we seeing in terms of like fire safety?
So for the safety of lithium batteries, you always want to make sure that you're taking proper care of your batteries. You're not leaving them in hot environments or too cold environments.
Okay.
You also want to make sure you're charging them properly. Make sure that you're using an appropriate charger for that system. So don't try to use any altered charging device or something that's not approved. You always want to try to validate that whatever charger you're using for whatever device you have is an approved charging device.
Okay, so I shouldn't charge my electric scooter from a random charger I found on Amazon?
Correct. The random chargers that you might find, or the cheaper ones that you may think are a great deal, they may not have the same quality control in those to be able to shut down the charging system when it's supposed to when the battery is fully charged, which could lead to some of the events that you see.
Okay, that makes sense. And then in terms of fire safety, if my lithium battery device at home starts to smoke, what should I do? Should I try to put it out myself? Should I call you guys? What's the first step?
So the first step would always be to evacuate the area. So what happens when these batteries do go into the position or get into a state where they're starting to smoke or make any kinds of sounds, whether it's hissing or popping or cracking, you always want to clear the area because those can go into an explosive state rather quickly if that battery was to go into thermal runaway.
Okay, that's scary, yeah, but let's see, are there certain devices that are more at risk with explosion than others?
So what you want to make sure, most of these batteries are always going to be fine. What you really got to watch for is making sure there's no damage to the battery. So if you have a hoverboard or an e-bike or anything like that, you want to make sure that if it's takes a big hit, you want to check to make sure there's no damage, nothing was impacted on the battery before you charge it. Also, when you're charging these batteries, you want to make sure that you're never leaving them unattended while they're charging, and you never want to leave them plugged up overnight when you're sleeping, because if there was to be a failure and you were sleeping, it could expedite the process of those failures quickly.
Okay. Is it optimal for me to charge my electric scooter outside versus inside?
If that is an option, that is always the best option. That way, if there is a failure, you don't have to worry about it impacting your home. These, when they do go into the smoking and start going into a failure mode, they'll put off what's called hydrogen fluoride gas, which can be toxic if inhaled. So you definitely want to make sure you don't breathe anything that's off-put by these batteries.
Okay, yeah, thanks for letting us know. I heard that the white smoke is very, very toxic. So if that's happening to one of your devices, evacuate as soon as possible. Do not inhale that smoke. Anything else we should know about the future of lithium batteries, or just any trends we're seeing? Anything else?
They're very, very common. Like I said earlier, their ability to store large amounts of energy in a very small, compact container, is very, very useful for today's market. So I don't see them going away anytime soon. We just have to make sure that we adapt and we're preparing properly on how to use them and how to maintain them.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show and talking to us about fire safety with lithium batteries. And we'll see you guys next time on Trash Talk with Franklin County Solid Waste. Thank you.